can do it, James. Hey guys, on this episode, this is where we pick up actually the start of the interview with James. We're talking about Danny Nichols, who is a Grid League player as well as a CrossFit Regionals athlete and also a games athlete on the team for OPEX Red. Danny's a strong guy, 400-pound power clean, I think, something like that. Really freaky person. Has a huge engine and also a gas tank to go along with it. And we also go into structural work and how to be successful, you have to have that base if you're going to compete in CrossFit. So a lot of the auxiliary work that we do, and James recommends, you got to have that volume built in there as well. Then we go into like a 50-calorie airdyne test and how it's different for some people. Some people may be aerobic, some people may be lactate. Then we talk about Brett Marshall and James and also Josh Bridges, who used to battle it out on the CrossFit.com leaderboards and push each other, and why James trains alone now and what his training looks like is this. This is going to be a little bit longer episode. Hope you enjoy. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon.
Just gets it done.
Yeah.
So that shit adds up over time.
Right.
That makes sense. The efficiency is directly correlated to that longevity piece.
Yep.
Oh God, look at those beautiful
a lot
people.
Of time. People don't understand how much reps and like work he's done. You know, to be able to do intense stuff frequently, people discount that. They don't see like how many hours of training that guy's done. Or I put him through for like 3 years.
Training you already did, like before.
He did bodybuilding.
Yeah, well, he did TJ's gym, which was he did training online with me for a year because he was part of the team. So I got to train all of them individually. And before that, he was following my blog.
Right.
So he would do doubles anyways with Marcus. Marcus was doing that. But then Marcus moved over to working with me directly after the team. And then Danny moved out, basically. But before that, he was just bodybuilding and powerlifting and lifting weights, basically.
Just being a meathead.
Yeah, really. But then talking about volume, I mean, he put a lot of time in after that. So.
But would you say that history, kind of the bodybuilding history, lends itself, maybe not the best, but really well to CrossFit?
Oh, definitely.
Building up
I said that.
strength and
I said that when we first started because I saw all the people that were, general population going into CrossFit and getting fucked up after a year and a half, and then looking at the other side of the room of all the people that were surviving and doing well, and they were all of my clients who had been with me for 8 years doing personal training, which was all strength and conditioning based stuff.
Yeah.
So they all had strict chin-ups. That's why CCP. They had all that stuff before they got into dynamic work or too much of that work. And other people came in with like, oh, I can get this done in 6 months because I can use bands and do clean jerks now. It's like, no, you can't. So, yeah, it totally allows him to do so many repetitions. You should remember how much mass he's moving too, right? That's a lot of work. So he has some strong
just have a
tendons.
big body to move a big
Yeah,
body.
you cool down less efficiently. You recover less quickly. It's a lot to be said about.
Hitting those higher percentage, higher intensity strength pieces also, he can't recover as quickly from that, say, versus the 170-pound athlete.
Yeah, like you see him at the end of grid matches, he is like completely smashed.
So Alex Anderson lives with me and tells a great story of, I guess it was the race against Phoenix. He was on the surge. I guess so. And Alex was destroyed from the games. So the whole grid season was just a wash for him, more or less. And he and Nick Urank kind of filled that string void on the surge. So it's that last race, and I guess there were the 9 clean and jerks at the end. I think it was clean and jerks. And you guys, someone threw the flag and you had to redo the race.
Yep.
And so the coach looks to Alex, and Alex had done it, or Nick had done it the first time. Yeah, so he asked Nick, he's like, "Need you to do it again?" He's like, "There's no way I can't do it again." So he looks to Alex. And Alex is, he's a competitor, so he's not going to say anything otherwise. But he confessed, he was like, "Man, I knew that I was going to be in bad shape, and I knew I was going to be against Danny Nichols."
For the second time. Yeah. He had to do it the second time.
So he said he and Danny, they both ran out at the same time. He said, I was with Danny for 3 reps, and then I could just hear it, and I was I was falling away, and I could have grinded out 9 touch and go. But at that point, I was like, I'm not going to. He dropped it, did like 2 singles at the end, finished the race, lost. He said that Danny laid on the floor for like 45 minutes.
Yes, didn't
like
move.
just like screaming at first, like his legs were cramping, and just was in a really bad way. And I think that, yeah, I mean, he reaches such a high power output.
Yeah.
You can
For
dig
someone who can,
deep in
for someone
there,
who can dig deep like that,
Yeah.
that's a real big light bulb. That's a bright light bulb going off.
It's such a scary.
That hurts.
Like
scary.
That hurts really bad.
It does, yeah. And we've all had pieces of that, except add like a big chassis and a big engine to that. That's a lot of heat.
It's like a Hemi.
I did.
Yeah, man.
It's like
Yeah.
a Hemi bending the frame.
Yeah,
That's what's like all the torque.
I did the 50 calorie airdyne for time, or
Okay.
the 50 calorie assault bike, and it's the same. I was
yeah.
destroyed. I
Must
mean,
have
it was just like
because folks don't measure that either. It's like, which is not a measurement, it's not a really good score. But let's say you do a max, because Danny does 55 in 29 seconds or something like that. 55 cals in 29 seconds.
55?
I think that's to give you an idea in terms of what he can accomplish for power output. It goes to 1999, but it exponentially goes even higher.
That's just explosive.
Yeah, but people don't see also that he recovers within 10 minutes after that. So people who possibly couldn't do that power, maybe get within a couple of cals, they take hours,
Yeah. That's
days
beautiful
to
for him.
recover from that shit.
Yeah.
Right? So there's something to be said about power repeatability that's not measured or tested that I think is really, really cool.
I did 50 in like 34 seconds, and it was, like I said, it was like 4 hours I was seeing like this. I was like, my eyes was not
That's a lot of work.
I was just like, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm a little 155
Yes.
pound guy. It took me 2.5 minutes, and I was telling him like 6 hours later at dinner, I checked my resting heart rate. It's like 85, 90 beats a minute. I mean, I was messed up.
Yep.
There's no way I could repeat my 2.5 minute time.
Yeah.
G did it in 34 as well, and how long did it take you?
This is when I was doing a lot of conditioning. Probably 20, 30 minutes.
That's good.
It felt normal-ish.
Yeah.
But like Grant said, throughout the day you can notice I'm not quite right. There's
Yeah.
something about
Fuck
Yeah.
is wrong.
It's kind of a hard thing to put your finger on.
Yeah, it shows you the power of that though. That extending past that CP system, where something has to work to basically continue to move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
it's
fear.
fascinating. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's been tested in Wingate tests really for power output on elite cyclists and hockey players and the whole ramification. These guys get wrecked. They put 30 seconds into it and they're throwing up and like
Yeah.
they're just in a heap of shit.
People don't understand that though.
No, can't get it.
You can't program it for 99.9%
Yeah.
of the population.
Yeah.
It's not a bigger
Well, if
percentage.
you do, it's aerobic.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get this. It's only 30 seconds.
Uh-huh.
It's like, well, you can't create enough power.
Yeah, you're just not strong
for it to
enough.
matter.
You're not strong enough and you just don't understand.
Well, we had that conversation when we broke out in groups. Like, I was playing an athlete that was that exact avatar, right? She was a female.
Because you didn't make it up.
Yeah, I had to make it up. Yeah.
We were in the group
And
that
so
had
I did an athlete from our gym who, has had this problem of like a lot of glycolytic pieces, and definitely the sprint interval stuff, the lactic stuff is. She's like, what? I don't understand it, and it's because she can't create any power whatsoever, and so she runs a lot outside of the gym. And so we were having a conversation. He was coaching and he was talking about maybe instead of 6 days a week, 3 CrossFit, 3 running, and changing that up. And afterwards, we had the conversation of kind of program design and how, like, since she can't get powerful, is it really that big of a deal that she's doing something 6 days a week when she's aerobic most of the time? And, we're just kind of playing around with that.
Priorities, what she wants.
Yeah, what does she want?
Yeah, it depends on what she wants. Yep.
Well, here's something I actually did want to ask earlier. You were talking about how you trained a bunch of clients early on, 10 years ago, very early CrossFit when you guys got into it. Speak to ATF, was that his name?
Yep. Brett Marshall.
Brett
AFT.
Marshall. AFT, that was it.
Advanced
Oh my God.
Force Training.
Was,
Butterfly.
I mean, did you guys train together?
Yep.
That was,
Yeah, we were introduced actually by my wife. She knew him from college or university. It's called University of Canada, and she knew that he moved to Calgary to do firefighting, and he banged into her at the YMCA where she worked. And Leanne and I were dating then, and she's going to become my fiance soon. But she met up with Brett, and she's like, "You would really like my boyfriend," because she knew I was so deep into a bunch of stuff. So we did strongman training together, West Side for 2 years, basically with other stuff working out that. We did the toughest Calgarian alive 3 years in a row, trained together for that. We did track together. Yes, we trained a lot of all the stuff leading up to the advent of CrossFit, our discovering that. I discovered it first. I was playing with it for a number of months, and then he started practicing it, and based upon his body weight, his absolute strength, and his size, he was just a couplet maniac, basically. Yeah, that's cool.
Miss those days?
What's that?
You miss those days? Just you and him training together? Do you train by yourself?
Yeah, generally. I never really liked training with someone else. We would train together, but in weightlifting it was kind of different. In CrossFit, you're so focused on tasks at hand and time and all these things that it became, me doing the workout in the morning and posting on .com, and him coming in after a shift and just trying to beat me, basically. And he would do it a lot. Him and Josh Bridges, at the end of the day, just post scores like, fuck, and look at 400 scores all day, and I'm still the top dog, and then those two guys would do it, and like, God damn it! Go to sleep, and be like, tomorrow's the day. Doing that over and over, So I don't really miss that, really. Good. Yeah, I love what I'm doing right now.
Knowing the value of a coach, do you program for yourself, or do you?
I do right now. Yeah, I've had multiple coaches in the past, a long list of them that I'd love learning from other people too on how they would really do things for me. Yeah. But I'm just doing things on my own now and just seeing how I deal with that. Yeah. From my experiences, or numerous experiences, it's just at a point that it just feels right, where I can really do my own things. Because one of the balances that you have to have with intensity and fitness over time, now that I can only speak to because I'm there now, is that so much of your training has to be skill-based and refinement, that if someone is in control of that, they'll have a bias towards something that may put you towards working on some things you don't want to, that I actually can't now. So there's a balance that you have to have on, my big journey is learning how to call it when my gut instinct says that was good right now. But if I had someone else to follow, which I have experienced by following a coach for numerous years at 38, 39, 40 years of age, I used to get into trouble. Injury or shit would occur where in my mind I'm like, I can't do another set, but it's on the paper.
And I have to. Right?
So I have to.
Right.
And so that has always led me into, so now it's like, example, on the road and following a training program. I've been totally liberated by being on the road and doing my own training, because I had to follow it before, and I would have to do a specific percentage or a certain amount of intensity after traveling on a plane for 8 hours and sleeping in a shitty bed and eating different foods, and you know what I'm saying? So that's a real tough balance to play.
Auto-regulation.
Now I go back, and I've done a bunch of volume, right? Of great training, and got a lot of good shit in. I practiced some things maybe I didn't have access to, like here I was doing some yoke stuff on Friday, and so now I go back and I'm refreshed. Now I can go back into my training and just get after it. So a lot of positives to doing.
Talk about Grand Slam.
Right,
you consider
and I want to take, like when I initially was the champ and competing in CrossFit, I did it all myself. So I totally deserve everything I got for that, and I have no regrets on it.
Right.
And I pat myself on the back for that. I don't hold back from knowing how much work I put in to deserve what I got.
Sure.
And then I went different paths, searching to get someone else to help me. So coming back in this direction now, I'm taking full responsibility for whatever I get. So I'm ready to do that again. So it's another good journey in my life at 42 even years of age.
Yeah. Continue to learn yourself, right?
Yep. So there's another challenges, thin challenges, like I mentioned to you today.
Yeah.